What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to Collectors Gone Digital. My name's Josh, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about a new comic series coming to VeVe, but more importantly, in my opinion, a new publisher. Now, today's content is going to be broken down into three main parts. We're going to be talking about the Evermind Comic series, what it is, what it's about. We're going to be talking about the creators behind it, Mr. Daniel Wu and Chen. And then we're also going to be talking about this new publisher, 24/7 Comics, some of the titles they have to offer, and then we're going to round the video off by showing the actual Evermind comic, which I was able to find online. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so to start things off, let's talk about the actual comic announcement. VeVe, I believe it was yesterday, announced Evermind, which is a new comic series. It kind of reminds me actually of Addiction, because it is going to be a smaller series, and to my knowledge, or at least from what I could tell, there's only one issue right now. So this is going to be one of the smaller series that David was talking about. So what is the series about? Renowned scientist Lucas Zhang develops a breakthrough technology to control robots through the human mind. Now, his invention becomes the tech stack that drives everything from theme park mascots to military mechs, but those two worlds are about to collide. So to summarize, it's a sci-fi epic set in the not-so-distant future about a scientist whose technological invention disrupts the world. And here's a video I came across by the man himself, one of the co-creators, Mr. Daniel Wu, who explains more about the comic.
I have my eyes and dream of the future. I would envision a utopia, a world united by human innovation. But now, all I see is greed. I am Frankenstein, and my monster is my technology. Neuralink, a highly complex system that allows our consciousness to be uploaded into any instrument we can imagine. I should have known those instruments would be used for destruction, with evil agencies using it for their quest to power. I, Lucas Zhang, must put an end to my creation, no matter the cost. As I always say, the future is in your hands.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Wu from Into the Badlands, Westworld, and Disney's American-born Chinese. I am super excited to announce the official launch of the Evermind comic book Kickstarter campaign. You may have noticed in the exclusive comic preview that Lucas Zhang kind of looks like me. Well, that was no accident. Evermind creator Chen based the character off my likeness, so it feels fitting to officially be on the team. Being a co-creator of an epic comic series has always been a goal of mine, and I cannot wait to go on this journey with you all. So, what is Evermind about? Evermind is a science fiction graphic novel set in a dystopian near future that follows a famous scientist, Lucas Zhang, and his discovery of a revolutionary technology that changes the world called Neuralink. With this new ability to transfer human consciousness into advanced machines, Lucas unintentionally creates an arms race among several evil corporations. So as the 𝗕𝗵𝗆 of his time, Lucas makes it his mission to ensure that his tech doesn't fall into the wrong hands, even if that means using it on himself. So I am honored and excited to be a part of Evermind. We have an amazing group of talented individuals who will bring this title to life, and we have big aspirations to bring this to television, film, animation, and even video games. The opportunities ahead are endless. I look forward to being a part of this community, and I thank you all for your support. And remember,
the future is in your hands.
Now, Evermind is going to be published by a company called 24/7 Comics, and according to them, they're the new home for creators and the next chapter for comics. Now, they're a creator-led venture, meaning all the work they offer seems to be from smaller independent creators. They're a shared publishing platform and a content studio that pumps digital culture into comics. So they say they connect creators with fans who can participate in the development of the future IP. Now, as always, I am going to link this website in the description for you guys to check out on your own time, but this is what it's going to look like, and it's a very simple site. All who dare are welcome, the new home for creators, the next chapter for comics, and that's it. So if I click up here on the comics tab, these are the 7 comics they have on their website, okay? And I say 7 because that is all of them. So I know I mentioned earlier that David said we should expect smaller publishers, smaller stories and comics on the platform. Evermind is going to be one of those smaller stories, but 24/7 Comics is also going to be one of those smaller publishers. So moving from left to right here, we're going to start with Midlife. Now the cool thing here is that we can actually preview the entire comic. Okay, so if I just click the arrows here, it shows me all the different pages, and it's a very small comic, the first one. Oh, this always tends to pop up. Now all they seem to show on their website here are just the comic pages. There's no summary, no description. Up here you do have the ratings for each one, but this is pretty much it. But next up we do have Valor, and I want to show you guys something in this one. So for anyone familiar with the 𝗘𝗍𝗍 NFT project, one of the artists from this project actually created this comic. And I just want to share the first couple paragraphs here. So, welcome to the world of 24/7 Comics, where creativity knows no boundaries, and we constantly strive to bring you captivating tales from the most exceptional creators in the comic book industry. As you embark on this thrilling journey, we have an extraordinary surprise in store for you. A groundbreaking experiment that redefines the boundaries of artistic expression. And what's interesting here, guys, is there's only 7 comics on the website here. We could very well see some of these other ones, including the one I'm reading about right now. Now they say traditionally our selection process has revolved around experienced creators with a wealth of comic book, film, or TV creation backgrounds. However, we dare to step into uncharted territories, challenging conventions and embracing innovation. Now what they're talking about here, without reading it all, is they hired an artist from the 𝗘𝗍𝗍 NFT project to create this comic book, but the artist actually had no background in creating comics. So this is the first one they ever made. So speaking of that, let's check out some of the art. A very different style from the last one. Looks pretty cool though. And we get the damn pop-up again. Now up next, we have Applied Primate Origins. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Gonna start moving a little quicker here. Got a monkey. He gets contaminated. Now he's out in public. Checking out the contamination. Oh, starts mutating. The monkey with pink hair does not look happy. Oh, they were fighting. He gets loose. Hops on a plane. Oh, wow. Where are we now? San Francisco? And I believe that's it. Yep, pop up. All right, so next up, we now have Evermind, the comic dropping on VeVe, and 5 out of 5 stars. Let's click on it. Let's check it out. And this main character is actually based off of Daniel. I'm sure some of you can see the resemblance. And as you guys can see on the right-hand side, we have a nice, colorful, happy-looking environment. While on the left, we have a darker, more sinister-looking one. Now, I am going to start clicking the arrows here, guys. So if you don't want any spoilers, just want to warn you now. I'm not going to, like, read through the comic or anything, but just to give you guys an idea of the art style, here it is. And we got a lot of color. I love the page on the right-hand side. An interesting looking story, that's for sure. Big monkey. And then we're going to get into these two guys in one moment here. Now heading back up here, our next one is going to be Loathe. And Loathe has a very different art style. There is no color, it's all black and white. At least I think here. Yeah. Now, second to last, we're going to have Confidential. which is another big monkey. Well, let's take a look at this one. Oh, right. Okay. So this one, here, check this out. Welcome to the inaugural edition of the 24/7 Studio Badge Confidential, a monthly behind-the-scenes look at what's happening in the editorial department at 24/7 Comics, which is prepared exclusively for their badge holders. Now, any behind-the-scenes work I love, so getting to see the development process behind what we're buying, I think it's just a bonus. This is the 𝗖𝗵𝗵𝗍𝗂 comic. Yeah, Valor. Very cool. And last but not least, on their website, we have Wingman. Another 5 out of 5 stars. Now, this one is actually going to be created by Chen, one of the co-creators of the comic dropping on VeVe, Evermind. And this one has a very different art style. Check this one out. So, all black and white again, but there's a lot of writing. So it's kind of like a mix between a traditional novel and then a comic. Oh my god, that is a 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗴 quote. I thought I was seeing things. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. Master 𝗙𝗚𝗚𝗚 over here just spitting motivation. 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗴 is amazing, by the way. Who are you? I am death. Very straightforward. It is an iPhone. What the heck? Mario Kart. Cool, I play Meteor 4 on my Switch. Okay, so this is like a comedy then. There's a Starbucks. They get into a Mini Cooper. That is hilarious. Long panoramic panels convey a slower passage of time as the reader's eyes scan across from left to right. Be aware of how the panel shape affects the pacing. Interesting. The Mini Cooper is featured fairly prominently in the story. The secret to drawing it well, honestly, is to trace it. There are hundreds of photos of this car online from every angle, but there's good tracing and bad tracing. What you want is a graphic translation of the photo without getting too deep into it. Don't draw objects, headlights, wheels, windshields, etc. Instead, train your eyes to see dark and light shapes that often blur the boundaries between parts. Ooh, and that is going to be a quote from Chen, again, co-creator of Evermind. Oh my lord, this is such a random comic. I'll have a skinny caramel macchiato. Beth. See, I would love to see this stuff come to VeVe as well. And like I said, there's only 7 on the website, so who knows? All right, so Evermind is going to be created by 2 people here, Mr. Chen and Daniel Wu. Sean's rise in the comic book world began when he was mentored by legendary artist Barry Windsor Smith. And his debut comic, Ray and the Future Force, sold over 1 million copies, cementing his status as a rising star. After an epic run on Valiant's XO Man-O-War, Sean joined Marvel, where he was entrusted with the relaunch of Iron Man. A successful 3-year run on the book solidified Sean's legacy as a seminal artist for the Armored Avenger, stints on X-Men's Avenger, Elektra, as well as Marvel's flagship character Wolverine, elevated his status as a comic book legend. Now when it comes to Daniel Wu, he was discovered by martial arts legend Jackie Chan, and this was during a post-grad backpacking trip. Now his acting journey brought him to Hollywood, where he got roles in AMC's martial arts epic Into the Badlands, and Disney Plus's action comedy American-Born Chinese. His passion for the sci-fi fantasy genre led to feature roles in Westworld, Warcraft, and Tomb Raider. In his ongoing quest to find innovative stories that speak to him as an Asian American actor, Daniel has joined forces with 24/7 Comics and Chen to bring you Evermind. Now, Daniel was the one who actually presented the title in the VeVe announcement video. I did some more research on the man and found out that before he actually became an actor, he went to school to be an architect. So I have another video clip for you guys here. This is him kind of explaining a little bit more about his story.
You weren't like a child actor. You didn't start out.
No.
You started out wanting to be an architect? Is that
Yeah.
So you were in school.
Yes.
You were studying architecture.
Yeah, I studied.
How deep in school were you?
I finished the program, 5 years, professional degree architecture program. I did several internships over the time I was studying in school, and I realized the profession wasn't for me.
Yeah, but you are an architect.
Well, I didn't take the licensing test, so I've done the degree work, but I just didn't go and do the test and all that stuff.
Okay.
So before that even happened, I graduated in 1997. I went to Hong Kong as a college graduation trip. I was going to travel around for 2 or 3 months, find myself, figure out what I was going to do, and then I got scouted to do a TV commercial in a bar.
Oh my,
I was
you
having
were
a drink.
discovered.
Yes.
I love stories of discovery.
So how did the discovery go? This person comes up to you
So
and
I was
says
having a
what?
drink in a bar. I was down to my last $200. I was about to go home, and someone comes up to me and said, "Would you be interested in doing a TV commercial?" And I go, "Do you pay?" And, and of course they did. So I did it, and I did this. It was for a bank. All I had to do was pretend to be shopping in it. And then a month later, it came out. And then a month after that, a director called me and goes, "Hey, come in for an interview." So I went in for an interview. I talked to this guy. Didn't audition or anything.
Right.
Talked for an hour, walked away. 2 hours later, he called me. He goes, "I want you to play the lead in my film."
What? All right. All right. So
You
you're
said
all,
you don't know anything about the rejection of show business.
No.
That's
So this
amazing.
I don't tell this story to any of my other actor friends.
Yes.
They hate it.
You can
right?
tell us. We love these stories.
So earlier today, I put out a post asking 3 questions. What is Evermind? Who is Daniel Wu in Chen? And who is 24/7 Comics? I think we've answered all 3 of those questions in this video now, but for anyone who did miss the initial announcement, I'm going to wrap the video up with that clip. If you guys have any particular opinions or thoughts on the drop, let me know down below. Enjoy.
Hey VeVe fam, it's Daniel Wu here. Get ready for my electrifying debut comic Evermind that I co-created with Chen. Evermind has been a work of passion and one of my proudest collaborations with the creative forces at 24/7 Comics. So don't miss out on a mind-bending adventure that will leave you craving more. I can't wait for you to collect and read Evermind, dropping on VeVe very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. That is the Evermind comic coming to VeVe. The 2 co-creators behind it, Mr. Daniel Wu and Chen, as well as some information on the publisher, 24/7 Comics. Now, I personally am super happy about this announcement. I can't wait to start seeing a bunch more different art styles come onto the platform, and I think we've already kind of seen that happen with VeVe Comics. So in this case, the more the merrier, in my opinion. Keep them coming, VeVe. But if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see in a future episode. And as for our next, I'll catch you then.